all unclaimed articles should be turned in. So, neither of us saw anything here, right?
Hey, Catherine, it's us. Got any new commissions? Specifically one with a huge more attack, perhaps? Paimon's just being
It's actually, we do in fact.
Don't worry about that.
To put it simply, the requester is looking for a temporary. But the troop has also been experiencing.
That does.
That's right. There are only a few days left until.
Got it. Oh, this one's a doozy. What do you think, Traveler? Any ideas? Even if we took the commission, neither.
If you're interested in helping, why not? Maybe you can't fill the role yourselves, but.
Oh, it's that guy, huh? Paimon approved. Hello there. Are you the guy looking for a new actress?
Wait, I know you two!
Wow. But
I see. If we can't find someone to step in, that's all our sets and props. If we had a way to make the.
disband?
Oh, I guess the lady at the event. One last show. Nobody wants things to just. Yeah. The show just won't be the same without.
Got it. We have a clearer pic. What if?
Please, there's no need to go that far. I wouldn't feel right asking such a huge favor. And I can't promise that we'd ever be able to pay you back.
Good point. If the actress did, we should find someone who will put on the best performance possible. Oh, wait! She's really good at performing, and she was.
Who are you thinking of? Sounds like someone famous. Her! You're.
Nope. Paimon doesn't actually.
You're not wrong there. She has actually performed, but even if she's no longer the Hydro Archon, she's still an idol to many people in Fontaine, including myself. I just think Lady Furina might feel, well, yes. Fair. I'm sure everyone in our... Of course, it all
No point in stressing about that. Besides, things are different now. There's no...
Thank you for your help.
Wait, where does Furina actually live nowadays?
As it happens, I have her current address here. I can provide it to you.
Woo! When did you get...
I came over when things were. It is my duty to support commissioners and.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, now that we've got the address...
Exactly, but none of them believe this.
I can't believe there's.
Try not to worry.
I can't believe they're serious.
Try not to worry.
Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives... Not that there's anything wrong with this.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't in earshot when you're
Okay, when did Poppy go to finish?
I was just out on a shopping trip. I ran out of macaroni. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it... Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling.
How rude! Questioning. It's not like I have a very event. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre fossilor.
Ah, there it is.
Not yet, maybe, but... Let me first be clear that I'm not taking guests up.
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't... Yeah, exactly! Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help? Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm...
Don't worry, it's nothing nothing that serious. It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. So tell me. Ah, I see. I knew you couldn't have. After all, I was once the brightest star in. But give it.
How come?
It's true. But although I am no longer required to play the role of the centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. Of course, that can't be undone now. But at least I can say that I no longer desire.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a.
Whether it's a one-off or not, if I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving. So I'm not going to perform.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else? Do you know any other actors who might be interested?
Nope.
Short and.
I've never been great at maintaining, since I'm just an ordinary person now. No, probably true, but I mean, could you even blame them?
Well, is there.
Have I not made myself clear? Sorry.
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just wanted to make. Yeah, I guess that's all.
Toodaloo.
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now. Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again.
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for.
And that gives you the right to make it.
Shortly after you left, the troops lead excuse me, but can you both take.
Sorry. I was just dealing with the.
Sadly, it's a no from her.
I see. You see, our leading lady has just.
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid.
Jeez, is Lady for.
Only joking, calm down. Despite the fact that we failed to complete the
Look, this is the last chance we have, though. If so, are you absolutely.
Yes, I'm completely I share everyone's desire to. Every one of us thinks of this troop.
You're right. I'm sorry.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized Alright, I'm coming.
Furina? Didn't you...
I was just, when you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right, and all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't...
You really have a knack for asking. I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after. But in any case...
Yeah. When they said they were.
There's no need to think like that. I was wondering... If the difficulties are purely financial, then everyone seems so devoted to the...
We all want to. Everything's been going downhill.
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder.
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Lady. Miss Furina. She rallied many people around her who were destitute. People loved our performances back then.
And then disaster.
Yeah. None of us know anything about script writing. It's agonizing.
Oh.
What a terrible waste. I suppose it's fair to say then that this...
Yes, exactly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here.
I
know what you're thinking, but I can, however, provide, but only if you feel this is something that...
Oh, most definitely.
We unfortunately don't have any budget.
I don't need any compensation. Something I've begun to realize since the law only judges criminal behavior. What about all the unresolved emotions of the parties? An interesting answer. Take, par exemple, how this...
Still a fan of your You just want to get back in on the act.
No. This is a complete.
The name's not.
Would you be willing to join me? Come on, take a break from adventuring to listen to us.
Thank you all so much. Our director was a huge fan of. All right, follow me.
Exactly. But no.
Huh? Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello, all. Allow me to explain. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. You bet! That was the trial of.
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to.
So, you were saying the little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an one of our greatest regrets is that she
Wait, but if it's not finished.
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who she longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, but one day, her true.
So far, so good.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. We need a proper ending so we can bring this
We still haven't decided between a happy ending.
By true to life, you mean.
Yeah, like they say, truth is. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light. And one last thing. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist's lover. He's locked himself. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He did write to us, promising that.
Huh. Although.
What opportunity?
Maybe you're on.
Our director was constantly singing your praises.
Oh, stop. I suspect the reason that. But one by one, all the.
Makes sense. Okay, he went back to Poisson a few days ago.
I thought the last thing his friend would want right now would.
Yeah, maybe he could use some.
Poisson. Nothing. I suppose my presence. So, allons-y. To Poisson.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me.
You came all the.
All right. Forget that.
Nice try. Look,
Okay then.
So, as expected.
The ending is one. Even once he's done, it isn't final until.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but... So, you're here for Paolo?
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. Get over here, you! How oblivious are...
How are things in Poisson now?
Things are on the mend, but it's a
I'm sorry.
Please, must our conversations... We all have painful memories. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's...
Thank you for your words of but for now, at least, I think
It's okay. These things... Which brings me to why I'm here. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople that everyone here is a member of the theater troupe, and that you are just an actress playing the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but...
That's so thoughtful of you, Navi.
Well, what do you expect? I am the... Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Off we go then. Let's take a... I don't have any friends that I can be frank. I'm so grateful that Miss Nafia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, it's always easiest to just run away from your problems.
So that's why you were nervous.
Yeah. I'd be lying if... Still, I felt it was something I had to do. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to... Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people.
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see only...
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should... I'm sorry. You probably just wanted...
We don't mind.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company. So I don't know whether you can tell, but as I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the right one after another. People were... They thought their god would protect them. And all the while. But then the floodwaters finally came.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only doing...
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake... Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except that... Fortunately, we were able to avoid the... Everyone rose to their responsibilities. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed.
Paimon would have never...
Reward? I guess so. And back then, I didn't even dare to. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I believe in the Furina you see on stage. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity. That's what I really meant.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon...
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same. I do. I once had nothing. At least the choice is in my... All right. It's about time to head back.
Sure! Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat?
Come on. Anyway,
Are you kidding me right now? I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me.
Oh no, looks like...
you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Paulo's nearly done.
Great! So you're...
Me?
He was originally supposed to take.
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid.
That's right. He has some. If you become human, you can
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations. It was only after she was gone.
You mentioned earlier that the troop is like your home.
Yeah. I spent some years taking whatever work I could. It was like that until the director found me one day. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing.
She sounds like a really...
She really was. She gave. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, the other kids were always picking fights with me. One day, I got beat.
Let me...
Yeah.
The day you hoped would never come.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here.
Furina? The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle?
Please, the honor is all mine.
Same here!
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. Yes, the script, of course. Let me give you... I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. She finds love and friendship in the bustling city. But then, the people start to notice that all the fresh water in the surrounding area is slowly disappearing. The little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it. In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created by...
Consciousness?
Water as a conscious...
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find... The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water...
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice...
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like...
Well, she mainly wanted to save her life.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able to find...
There's actually something else. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? If we're serious about dedicating this show to her... What about if... the little Oceanid is
That sounds like too cruel of...
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed... We waited and waited at the rendezvous point. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but...
The director was the kindest soul in the world.
But doesn't the way...
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since.
Villemont? The one...
Yeah. He's been...
Grief? Guilt, because... Well, speaking of the...
What?
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more... I did tell her how I felt once. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters. Not that it came as a shock, or... I said, maybe one day in the future. Well, maybe then she... And now... So if I'm the one writing this ending...
In that case, we've all had our differences of opinion over the ending.
Well, if that's where we're at...
Are you ready to face the truth?
Honestly, I'm slightly... Funny you should ask, though.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone.
This is tough going. Delphi, are you sure you can manage in your condition?
I could ask you the same question. Try to keep up.
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think any...
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium.
Precisely. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
Hey, lay off, all right? My bluff is hanging from a... I'm sorry.
Aw, too bad.
Sorry to leave.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Solidify!
A moment, please.
Torrent, bring refuge! Hold the line! Let's move out.
Stabilize! Yeah! Order guide you.
Allow me! Billowing surge!
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Solidify!
Vilma, are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Furina doing here?
I can explain.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director... I care just as... If I open this can of worms now...
Vilma, unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with...
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Vilma. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. But now, I've made up my... The little Oceanid cannot be
This is why people... As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat, not... We took on side jobs when we weren't performing. So, anyway, one day after a show, it seemed like a win-win. So, the drink in question was... synth.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearance?
I freaked out when I saw the box, but she didn't reprimand me for making the decision. The merchant was furious. I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. But things only got worse from there. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I got Aurelie killed.
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! What do you mean? You were afraid? This was a life... How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen!
Stay calm. And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show.
All I can say is I'm sorry. I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back in my life. So
Get out of my sight.
That's enough! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real... You keep saying that you want to use this final performance...
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the... But in her own life, her greatest desire was... What she wanted was to build a warm home for... I understand why you're...
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. If you really hate each other... and can't reconcile your difference. But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilma at each other's throats like that, she would...
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest
I'm truly sorry.
It's all right.
So,
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself.
what do you mean?
The Traveler is right. If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind...
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to...
No.
Well,
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermoni.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of... Still, since you were the ones who discovered...
So, this is all.
Hey! It's full of script.
Let me take a look. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her. If we'd had the chance to examine the.
Lachey took so many.
I guess O'Reilly must have written up. Wait. Her handwriting here gets. Her final words are. I'll let you read them for yourself.
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the... I can't bear to think how painful... wait. If you become human...
Isn't that the most important line?
Because I am an old...
Oh!
So she didn't regret her decision. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have... She had their utmost trust. Let's go.
She deserves a hero's farewell.
Even in the last moments of her life.
She did her best to protect as many. We know what choice our little... Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside...
I will channel all my regret. I won't ask for your forgiveness.
Then it seems...
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never...
Don't underestimate my experience. If you want to move the audience and aren't human I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing...
Thank you for the vote of
Then, let's not delay things any longer.
Actually, before that, I'd like during the curtain call...
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played... Besides, a role...
Well... If you're
All right. I'll leave you to fine-tune your
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay.
That place? Oh, don't be silly.
Whoa, wait.
No. That's never...
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't...
No,
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly, hun. Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nir... Look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing.
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you—
I would like to book the Opera Epiclès.
I understand. The process for booking the opera— The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I will say, however, that I am—
Huh? What?
Yes. And this is the first—
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting. In the past, we sat in our high chair. Maybe it's because I finally become an—
I am truly delighted to see you now that you've regained some confidence.
Why would—
Well, if the little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, the experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. It would truly be a shame if you—
Haven't I already made myself clear? Nor do I think it is any great shame. This experience is a case in point. I must admit, though,
I see. Well, I'm glad to— I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finale.
Thanks, Nervalette.
You are very well—
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclès is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, we've had to fight every step. A touching story. Now, let's—
The sooner we can finalize the ending. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things.
Wow, you two had a constructive.
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far.
It's amazing. Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all.
Please feel free to give us any comments.
Hey, Loic, get over here.
That cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred—
This guy could be useful.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid!
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their role. If—
What should we do? It's almost.
Hey, what's going on? Oh no, not again.
They've been getting—
What? I thought they—
I figured whatever—
How could you do this to yourself?
I'm sorry.
You—
Miss Furina—
Say no more. If you're sick, Loic, your character has no more scenes.
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done.
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. From the sublime.
Thank you, Miss Furina.
Never mind. What's done is done. No one likes regrets. Myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please, what, in your opinion?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Is she here yet? Will she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté, et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears. Gotta say though, her acting skills.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't. It's too bad that I had to break the one. Still, I have to. It felt good.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was. She's back.
Honestly.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group. After all, it's been the rule in Font.
Yes, I know the rule, but.
It's no big deal. What's the word?
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy.
This is a great chat and all, but can we... Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly...
That. I've got no idea what happened there either. I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy?
Let's go check on her.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of—
How did the performance go?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic!
That's one. I'm so sorry I failed.
No, don't worry about it. Like, even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene.
Well, one way I've had bad luck ever since.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we?
Oh, don't you start.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like what you could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the little Oceanid to the—
No, we—
Yeah, it's what—
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance,
You should do it. It suits you.
Oh, so now you finally got your— What about you, Miss Furina?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is— You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at—
sorry.
It's quite all right.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her—
How did the
You'll be glad!
That's one. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry. Even though you could—
I've had bad luck.
Blaming your bad luck—
Oh, don't you—
Aw, you
You mean we never—
So, any plans? After the brilliant you could—
No.
Yeah.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance,
Oh, what about you, Miss Furina?
Well, you rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the—
sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. Maybe Nervilette was right. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to— Yeah. There was once a time, but from now on, I want to watch them blossom, and with— I'm sure this is what—
Sounds like you're ready to stop running. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what affects.
If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it. It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, is—